Hello.
Welcome, welcome.
Welcome, everyone.
Yes. Thank you for coming.
All right. So I'm Sarah McDaniel, Valencia.
I'm Amadea, Morningstar.
And we're going to start with a few comments, and then we'll open it up for everybody. Right now, we have everybody muted. Hopefully you can hear us, though. And
we'll be opening it up for questions, in 10 minutes or so.
Yes.
So if you have any questions, feel free to gather them.
Yes, write them down or hold on to them, and we'll open it up to you all in a moment.
So Sarah, could you define polarity therapy?
I would love to. Polarity therapy is a holistic, complete holistic healing system. Basically balances all of our natural energies through using body work, which most of you have probably heard of, nutritional elements, energetic nutrition, energetic stretching postures, and a verbal element of communication and facilitation. So we use all of these to balance the spiritual, mental, emotional, and physical energies in the body. And I'm just talking and admitting people to, for some reason, it's not automatically putting people into our meeting. So if I sound a little like I'm hesitant, that's why. Just so you know, I'm managing this at the same time.
Yeah, we're excited. This is kind of like a new venture for us, together. We've taught together for many years, and we've appreciated polarity therapy and been a part of the same programs for many years. But this is the first time that we're starting off creating our own program. And part of the reason for that is because it's such an intense time. And polarity therapy is just really a very useful healing modality, both for stress relief and also for energizing. One of the things that really excites me about—
I was just going to ask you what excites you about polarity therapy.
One of the things that really excites me about polarity therapy is its accessibility. So I think about my mom, who's in her late 80s. She has fibromyalgia. She really doesn't do well with massage, and yet she loves polarity therapy. Part of the reason is that she can get the touch she needs, and yet the work is completely closed. The only thing you take off is your shoes. And so she can relax on the table. She can begin to feel her own energy moving and healing. And she comes off the table feeling energized, relaxed, and more in contact with herself. So I've found it to be a very useful therapy for loved ones as well as in the office.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
absolutely. And so all sorts of people can benefit from learning polarity therapy. Polarity therapy is really a great adjunct modality to just about anything that I could think of. So anybody who works with other people, chiropractors, nurses,
yoga teachers,
Ayurvedic practitioners, massage therapists,
home health care workers,
absolutely, teachers
of
any sort, anybody dealing with other people.
It's also very accessible to a wide range of ages. So I work in my office with people from the ages of from kids, from basically little kids, 3 or 4, to people in their 90s.
Absolutely, me too.
I've also found it to be really useful in hospice work.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
I was thinking maybe it would be good to do a demo, like invite people who are here to do a miniature polarity therapy demo. So, because the whole idea of polarity is that we have our own natural healing energy, and that we're working by invitation to move it, and that that when the energy is stuck or stagnant, pain or fatigue can arise. And yet, by contacting 2 points at the same time, we start to invite that energy to move and heal. And would that be an okay thing?
Absolutely. Let's do it.
Great. So, for those of you joining us, if you feel like it, you rub your hands together, and rub those palms together, and then you're going to just put your right hand in the center of your chest, left hand somewhere on the belly, and you can close your eyes, breathe normally, whatever normal is for you. Let your shoulders relax, feel your feet on the ground. And as you breathe, begin to notice how it feels to have your hands in these 2 spots. Just let your energy settle. And after about 3 breaths, I invite you to open your eyes, and we're going to do the same thing but reversed. So rubbing your hands again. And this time, put your right hand on your belly and your left hand the center of your chest. Again, just kind of close those eyes, relax, take about 3 breaths, and notice what this feels like. Does it feel the same? All we've changed is where we put our hands. If you're a shallow breather, feel free to breathe a little deeper. If you're a deep breather, just enjoy. Then, when you open your eyes, check in with yourself and see, did one of these positions feel more comfortable than the other? And return your hands to whichever position felt most comfortable for you right now. Yeah. Great. So if you found that both positions are excellent, both positions support the healthy flow of energy, if you found that it was most comfortable to put your right hand above your left, you're looking for grounding. So the right hand, yeah, we were both grounding, yeah. So it's like the right hand sends energy to the left. Whereas if you found that really what was more appealing for you, what felt more comfortable, was to have the left hand above the right, means you're looking for uplift. So one of the things that polarity therapy does is it works with directional flows of energy, inviting the energy up or down, depending on whether we need an alert mind or grounded, a grounded awareness. So that would be one, example.
Great. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. That was a fabulous impromptu addition. So I'm just continuing to admit people. So if you're just now joining us, welcome. We're going to go ahead and open it up to questions at this time. So let's see. I think, let me find a way to unmute people one at a time. And if you have a question, maybe you could wave at me, or is there a way to send me a message? Let's see. Okay, looks like Molly has a question, so I'm going to start with Molly. Give me 1 second to unmute you. Whoops. Oh, look, and I see a question from Brianne also. We'll get to you next, Brianne. Okay, Molly, are you there? Hi.
Can you hear me?
I can.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, so I had a question for you, Amadea, about something that I think I understood this correctly. It was a video of you talking about polarity, it specifically with regards to Ayurveda.
Mhm.
And I think you said something along the lines of polarity is a great way to get the doshas back to their home sites where they belong without having to go through the normal regimens that I learned at the institute, like how we do in Panchakarma with
Yeah.
Dr.
Mhm.
and stuff.
Yeah.
And that, like, something about that for me just like lit me on fire because I was wondering if you could just talk a little bit more about that.
Definitely. And it's something I do almost every day in my practice with clients. So Marma therapy from yoga and Ayurveda, therapeutic touch points can be easily integrated with polarity therapy. And in order, we can use that as a way to invite the doshas home. So there's 3 key Marma points associated with the doshas. So Hridaya here at the center of the chest is related to, Kapha's home site. The navel, Nabi, is related to Pitta. And then halfway between the navel and the pubic bone is Basti, which is related to Vata. And literally we can create what I call sandwiches, so it's like we can put one hand at our sacrum and the other halfway, like you can even, as those of you who are listening, it's like you can put one hand at the sacrum and one hand halfway between the pubic bone and the navel. And then you can invite the dosha home, in this case, Vata. And lots of times what I'll do is mantra. I'll invite the dosha home with mantra. And one in particular for Vata would be Rama 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 Ram. And then with the navel and Pitta, you can invite Pitta home with Shri. And then Kapha with Om. And you can even do a tridoshic, so Rama 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 Ram. Shri Om. So we can do this for ourselves, and we can do it on the inside, or we can, sing on the outside. But it's a way to immediately invite the doshas home, and so you can feel that sense of things rather than having to eat your way to it over weeks.
I love it.
Great.
Thanks for asking. That's a good
Yes, that was a good question. Do you have any more right now, Molly, or shall I move on?
That's at the moment. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Brianne, I'm going to unmute you. Let's see. Oh.
Hello.
Oh. Hi, Brianne.
Hi there.
Are you there?
I am.
Okay, good. Excellent. What was your question?
So I was just wondering how much of this program can be done distance learning wise, because I am quite a ways from you.
Great question. Part of why we actually designed it the way that we did is for those of you who might be traveling from a distance, we wanted to make as much accessible as possible. So we've been playing with the structure a little bit, and so if you're taking the entire APP program, the certification program, it's 155 hours in total. 45 of those hours would be done online at a distance, and another 35 would be done on your own, at your own pace. So that leaves about 80 that we are doing here in person in Santa Fe. And we have a few dates for the rest of 2019. What we've also done is we've broken it up by module, so we're approaching it from an elemental, the 5 elements, elemental perspective. So each in-person session is focused on an element. And so you can even sign up for it as a modular program. So you could do 1 module or 2 modules in the spring.
Yeah.
Spring-ish. Starting in March. You can do, 1 or 2 in the fall, or however many you'd like to travel for. And then next year you could complete the certification program. So we're trying to make it as accessible as possible. So the modules include, so the elemental modules include 16 hours of a bodywork intensive, so in-person intensive bodywork and communication, and some energetic nutrition. And then there's 8 hours of online. So altogether it ends up completing, so there's 5 elements. And so eventually you'd complete the five modules.
So for example, on like the stretching postures, there's 5 hours of stretching postures, and each hour is focused on a particular element.
Yes.
And part of the reason I'm so excited about this approach is I really feel like we need to connect more deeply with nature. And this is a way to connect with the elements inside of us. And so when we're doing the space module together, you would be working on the space stretching postures at home on your own. You'd be working with energetic nutrition as it relates to space on your own. There's ethics and the energetic evaluation, which includes things like pulse training, are done on site. We also really wanted to connect people so that we would offer weekly or bi-weekly online classes and question and answer. So if no matter where you are, you could be checking in with us, both for specific topics of learning and also for questions and answers.
Yes.
Handy. That's awesome.
Okay. So do you have any other questions, Brianne?
Not yet.
Okay.
I have one for you. Where are you?
I'm in Canada.
Excellent. Nice.
So I like the fact that I get to go somewhere warm if I do this with you, but it can get
Great.
Great.
Excellent. Okay.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. And so,
I'm sending warmth and sunshine to everyone who might be in chilly places right now.
yes. All right. Does anybody else have a question? I'm looking at the comments. Anybody else have anything that you would like to ask at this point?
So I guess I'd like to ask you, how can people sign up?
Great. So the easiest, fastest way to go and sign up is if you go to www.amadea, AMADEA, Morningstar, just like it sounds, morningstar.net. And then you'll go to classes, or the institute, and then classes, and under classes, polarity therapy trainings are the top one. And you'll see there the different types of selections. Make sure you find your date and the element that you're looking for. It has all of the information on that page. It also has both of our email addresses. So I'm Sarah McDaniel, Valencia. This is Amadea Morningstar. And it has our email addresses on that website. So if you have any questions whatsoever, feel free to email one or both of us, either of us.
Yeah.
And we'll be happy to answer. If you need some time to chat, if that feels more comfortable to you, that's okay too. We can figure out a time to do that.
We're also starting to put up short clips on our YouTube channels. We each have YouTube channels, and so you might keep posted there, because there will be simple ways to bring polarity therapy to your life in those clips.
Absolutely, yes. So we're really excited to speak to all of you and to meet you and see some of you face to face. Thanks for joining us. We're gonna, this was just a short and sweet, but stay tuned for more information. And like we said, if you have any questions, please let us know. Oh, wait, we have one more question from Molly. I saw you waving. Hi, Molly.
Hi again. I was wondering about, so I was just looking on the website, and it looks like for the water and earth elements, those are only going to be offered in the winter. Is that correct?
and less by popular demand. So if
Okay.
if there was enough, interest, we would consider adding one in the summer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Great.
Yeah.
Alright,
Good
thanks.
question. Thank you.
Thank you all so much for coming.
Yes. Thanks for joining us.
We really appreciate it.
Yeah. Nice
Thank
to
you.
see you all.
Yeah, really good to see you.
Bye.
Namaste.